In the quiet village of Meadowbrook, nestled at the edge of Blue River Valley, life was simple. The villagers were content with their routines, farming, trading at the market, and gathering around the tavern's fire to share tales. But for 15-year-old Lily, life in the village always felt too small. She was a dreamer, fascinated by stories of hidden treasures and ancient mysteries. Her curiosity had grown over the years, fueled by the whispers of elders who claimed that Blue River Valley held secrets from a time long past. These stories told of adventurers who had entered the valley in search of glory, only to disappear without a trace. Most dismissed these tales as legends, mere warnings to keep children from wandering too far. But to Lily, they were a challenge. That rainy evening in her grandmother's attic changed everything. The discovery of the journal, its cryptic maps, puzzling riddles, and intricate drawings, set her heart racing. It wasn't just a dusty book, it was an invitation, a key to the adventure she had always longed for. With her loyal best friend Jack by her side, she felt ready to take the leap. Little did they know, this journey would test their courage, intelligence, and friendship in ways they never imagined. It was a cold, rainy evening when Lily first stumbled upon the old journal. The attic of her grandmother's house was dusty and cluttered with boxes, furniture, and items long forgotten. As lightning lit up the room, her eyes caught sight of a small leather-bound book lying on a shelf. "What's this?" Lily muttered to herself as she wiped the dust off the cover. The journal felt ancient, with its leather cracked and its pages yellowed. Inside, she found maps, notes, and sketches of strange symbols. Just then, Jack's voice echoed from the stairs. "Lily, are you still up there? Your mom's been calling you for dinner." "Jack, come and look at this," Lily said, waving him over. Jack was her childhood friend, always curious but cautious. He climbed the stairs reluctantly, brushing cobwebs out of his way. "Wow," he said, peering over her shoulder. "This looks serious. What is it?" "I think it's a treasure map," Lily whispered, her excitement barely contained. "Look at these drawings. There's the Blue River and the valley marked here. And this symbol, doesn't it look familiar?" Jack squinted. "It does. I've seen it carved into the old oak tree near the riverbank. You don't think this is real, do you?" Lily grinned. "Only one way to find out." The next morning, Lily and Jack set out at dawn. The village was still quiet, with smoke rising from a few chimneys and the sound of roosters crowing in the distance. Armed with backpacks, a flashlight, and the journal, they followed the map's first directions toward the edge of Blue River Valley. "Do you think anyone else knows about this?" Jack asked as they walked along the narrow dirt path. "If they did, the treasure would have been found by now," Lily replied confidently. "But I don't think it's just about gold. Look at these notes. They're puzzles, clues, and warnings. Whoever wrote this didn't want it to be easy." The forest grew denser as they ventured further. The trees were tall and ancient, their branches forming a canopy that blocked most of the sunlight. Birds chirped above, and the occasional rustle in the bushes kept them alert. After hours of walking, they reached a clearing where an enormous oak tree stood. The bark was rough and weathered, and carved into it was the same symbol they had seen in the journal, a spiral with a dot in the center. "This has to be the place," Lily said, pulling out the journal. Beneath the symbol was an inscription. "The first clue lies beneath the guardian of time." What does that mean? Jack asked, looking puzzled. It means we dig, Lily said, pulling a small trowel from her bag. After a few minutes of digging near the roots, they unearthed a small wooden box. Inside was a folded piece of paper with a riddle, where water flows and shadows dance. The next clue waits if you take the chance. Jack scratched his head. Water and shadows. That must mean the river. The river was only a short walk away. The sound of rushing water grew louder as they approached, and soon they found themselves standing at the edge of the blue river. The water was clear and fast-moving, reflecting the sunlight that managed to break through the trees. Now what? Jack asked, scanning the area. Lily opened the journal again. It says to look where the shadows dance. That could mean somewhere shady, maybe under the trees. They searched along the riverbank until Lily noticed a peculiar rock formation. Among the rocks was a flat stone with a crescent moon symbol engraved on it. "This is it," she exclaimed. They carefully lifted the stone, revealing another note and a small, rusty key. The note read, "The key will guide you to the heart of the valley, where echoes tell stories and the brave may enter." With the key and the map, they ventured deeper into the valley. The trail became steeper and the forest grew darker. After what felt like hours, they reached a rocky hillside where the map indicated a hidden entrance. "There's supposed to be a cave here," Lily said, studying the map closely. Jack pointed to a cluster of vines covering part of the hillside. "Maybe behind those vines?" Pushing the vines aside, they discovered a narrow opening in the rock. The entrance was small, but just big enough for them to squeeze through. Inside, the air was cool and damp, and the faint sound of dripping water echoed around them. The flashlight revealed ancient carvings on the walls, symbols, animals, and what appeared to be a map of the cave system. As they ventured deeper, they came to a large door made of stone. At its center was a keyhole. "Well, here goes nothing," Jack said as he inserted the rusty key. The door creaked open, revealing a chamber filled with ancient artifacts, golden coins, jewels, and intricately carved statues. "Wow," Lily whispered. "It's real." As they stepped into the chamber, a soft humming sound filled the air. On a pedestal in the center of the room was a glowing orb, surrounded by more carvings. One inscription caught Lily's eye. "Take only what you earn, for greed will awaken the valley's wrath." Jack frowned. "What does that mean?" "I think it's a warning," Lily said. "We can't just take everything. We have to be careful." They decided to take only a small golden coin and a bracelet as keepsakes. As they turned to leave, the humming grew louder and the chamber began to shake. Rocks fell from the ceiling and dust filled the air. "Run!" Jack shouted. They sprinted back through the cave, narrowly avoiding falling debris. When they finally emerged into the sunlight, they collapsed on the grass, breathing heavily. "That was too close," Jack said, laughing nervously. "But it was worth it," Lily replied, holding up the bracelet. "This adventure will be a story to tell for generations." As the sunlight filtered through the trees, Lily and Jack sat by the riverbank, catching their breath. Their clothes were dusty, their hands scraped, but their faces glowed with the triumph of adventure. The small golden coin and bracelet in their hands were physical reminders of what they had discovered, but the real treasure lay in the journey itself. "I guess the stories were true after all," Jack said, tossing a pebble into the river. Lily smiled. They were. But it's not just about the treasure, it's about what we've learned. The warnings in the journal weren't just about greed, they were about respect. Respect for history, for nature, and for the challenges we face. Jack nodded thoughtfully. And about trusting each other. I couldn't have done this without you. Their adventure in Blue River Valley became a memory they would carry for a lifetime. It was a story they never shared with anyone else, not because they wanted to hide it, but because some secrets are too precious to be told. Years later, when they revisited the valley, they felt a deep sense of connection to the land and its mysteries. Standing beneath the ancient oak tree, they realized that the best adventures are not just about what you find, but about how they change you. For Lily and Jack, the treasure was not gold or jewels. It was the discovery of their own bravery, the bond of their friendship, and the lessons they would carry forever. And as they walked back to the village, their laughter echoed through the valley, as if the forest itself were celebrating their return. All right, please answer the question. 1. Why did Lily and Jack decide to explore Blue River Valley? 2. What was the first clue they found, and where was it located? 3. How did they open the hidden cave door? 4. What warning did they find in the treasure chamber? 5. What lesson did Lily and Jack learn from their adventure? Please leave your answers in the comments below and see how much your listening has improved.